episode 3 of Bird Corner, Worst Trash on CVTV. Back again to make more money. Well, there'll be some advertisements in here. Don't worry about that. I got you. We're here with Mr. Applebach. He's the science man. The other science man. I've had the first science man on, Mr. Sawyer,
right,
who, as you know, is part of the Reptoid government, pulling the strings. And now we have you. Now, so what I've been heard, your students, a lot of them affectionately call you Ronaldo the Juke. Now, how'd that nickname come about? You want to explain that?
Well, I know Ronaldo's a name. What is a juke?
Yeah, Ronaldo the Juke. They're like, hey, it's Ronaldo the Juke.
I don't know where that came from, honestly.
You know, you're sitting there. Who's there? Tommy Janine's there. He comes over. He gives you a handshake. He goes, Ronaldo, what's going on? You're like, you know, I'm just sitting around. I'm having fun. I'm having a good time. You juked him. You juked him real quick. You're right. Ronaldo the Juke.
Got it.
So that's why, everyone calls you,
Yeah, that must
Ronaldo
be
the
it.
Juke.
That must be it, yeah.
Yeah. So I heard you play for the music band.
I did play in a music band.
Can you sing me a song?
I have a 1-year-old, so all I know is like nursery rhymes.
Sing the garden song.
The garden song.
The garden man is in my house. He tried to steal my keys.
Yeah,
there we
that
go.
One. That was a good one. Yeah, I know that's one of my favorites actually.
Let's talk about dinosaur bones.
Yeah, sure.
You're a science teacher, so you know about this.
I know a little bit about bones.
What's your opinion?
Someday we might be the equivalent of dinosaur bones.
False.
Okay, yeah.
Because dinosaur bones aren't real. Come on, this is common knowledge. How can you be a science teacher and not know that? They're planted in the ground by the devil and the government to try to make you think that evolution's real.
Right, I've heard a little bit about that theory, yes.
Yeah, it's styrofoam. It's just styrofoam that the government planted in the ground.
It looks a lot like bones when I go to the museum.
Listen,
yeah,
it's all false.
Okay.
It's all holograms. The government, it's just like JFK, how he was a hologram. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Because he was a hologram.
Right.
The dinosaur bones are holograms.
Sure.
Then the ones they dig up, that's just styrofoam. When you see him holding it, it's just styrofoam.
Could be,
It's not even
I guess.
real. No, it definitely is. That's been proven time and time again.
Okay.
Abraham Lincoln, he came over, he proved it. Years ago. Years ago.
Yeah.
I don't even know why we're still arguing about this.
Yeah, I wouldn't really say this is an argument, but sure.
This is simple. It's real simple, like.
Okay.
Listen. We have a new sponsor that I need to bring up. It's the government of Venezuela. The president, Madero, he needed you to say a couple things.
Sure.
As he wrote, he said, we need you to say that he is a hunk.
Madero is a hunk.
Like a big, big hunk.
Madero is a big, big hunk.
Can you say, if you were a sexy woman, you'd give him the big smooch?
If I were a sexy woman, I would give him the biggest of smooches.
Thank you. Yeah, he made that very specific that I had to have you say that.
Hey, whatever keeps this going and fund it.
Yeah.
My students third hour are really big fans, so...
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those students, man, I'm telling you, it's like, how do I reach them? They're coming over and they're like, I'm gonna go try to dig up dinosaur bones. I'm like, how do I reach you? How do I tell you the truth?
About the bones being
About
styrofoam.
the bones being, they're fake. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I mean, that's why science is a great thing, is we can collect data and...
because it's like, I handed them, I show them, look, the government put this here. It's all the government cloning centers, the FEMA camps, they have plastic coffins, and they're going to put you in the coffins. Barack Obama, he made all these coffins so that he can put you in there. They're like, whoa, oh. It's like, you got to listen to me. You got to listen to me.
Yeah.
Taxes aren't real.
Right.
It's a myth.
Uh-huh.
China, is that even a real place?
I have some friends who have been there, so I think yes.
Can you prove that? It's a fairy tale.
Okay.
China's not a real place.
I guess it might not be.
Silk? That's not real. Something like that can't exist. How can you have something light but keep you warm?
Yeah, it's a mystery.
It's not real. It's a made-up land. It's a made-up fairy tale. I'm trying to reach these kids. And I don't want to blame you for that. Because I think you get a lot of the blame for that third-hour class specifically. They're pretty bad with that.
They're a bunch of hooligans. Yeah.
They are. They're into some tomfoolery.
Absolutely.
And, one time, this one kid, he came up to me and he says, Mr. Appleman, he told me that, he told me all about I can be the president. I said, false. You can't be the president. I don't know why he told you that. Because
he's not 35.
Well, also because the president, it's never changed. It's always been the same guy, just wearing a mask.
Oh.
Ever since the first one, Greg.
How do you explain the assassinations then?
Well, the first assassination was JFK, and I'll tell you what happened there.
Are you sure it wasn't?
I'll tell you what happened there.
Okay.
I'll tell you what happened. The government filled his head with cancer, all right? And then they blew it up. Mm-hmm. They got Lee Harvey Oswald from the cloning centers, and they programmed him to blow up the president's head. Now, what happened was his blood goes everywhere. They thought they were going to give all the Russians cancer, because all the Russians were watching it, right? Uh-oh, it backfired. There were actually Americans in Texas. They thought that they were in Russia. They were in Texas the whole time.
Wow.
So it backfired, and that's how America got cancer. That's a side story. Listen, we got another sponsor. We got Dr. Pepper. There's nothing in here. Can you take a sip?
Sure. You want me to have the label facing out?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you cradle it and just say, Dr. Pepper is my child?
Label facing out?
Yes.
Dr. Pepper is my child.
Well, I think that's all the time we have on Bird Corner. This has been terrible, as always. I wish I didn't have to do this. But I'm soulless, and I just want that corporate money. You know what I'm talking about? We've been there.